Um, I don't know what to say. I look pretty awful right now, but I feel great. but I am indulging. I'm indulging. And as my mom likes to say, I lose my glow. I lose my glow when I smoke weed. But in reality, I just get paranoid that she knows I'm high. So I avoid my mom when I'm smoking weed. But now that I'm far away, I'm glowing, even when I am smoking weed. So look at that. You can have your cake and you can eat it too. Let it be known, let it be heard. You can have your cake and you can eat it too. I feel called to talk because my voice is powerful and I have reason to believe some of my destiny revolves around using my voice, that my voice is really important. Smoking weed isn't ideal, but you know what? I quit vaping. I quit vaping and I'm struggling. Like I'm taking time to venture into the void that this habit was born of. This habit was born of having an emotional void within me that my father left. And it was hard to face around my family. But I think it happened slowly as I venture into this void and as I'm like, well, I'm willing to let go of the marijuana usage just for principle's sake. And then you kind of like fall a little bit more into the void and when that happens because you feel empty. And instead of being afraid of the emptiness, I kind of just acknowledge it and I'm like, this is my emptiness, and I reclaim it. So I'm like reclaiming the void slowly. The void where I used to just like throw my energy into, and who knows what's in there. It's like a black hole within my heart, but who knows what's in there. But I'm retrieving it. Because it's mine, bitch. And it's all in the name of reclaiming my feminine power. Really. Everything. It's all in the name of reclaiming my feminine power. But I'm just gonna chill. And I want to record myself because I think I'm a soothing presence. And sometimes I be saying shit. And sometimes I want that shit to not go into the void. Because damn, I've got shit to say. Motherfucker, I've got shit to say. Who's gonna listen? I kind of just have this like idea, like every time I want to say something, I'm just like, they just won't get it. Like whatever, no point in me saying what I have to say. But for a while now, I don't believe that to be true. Like, I don't think that has been true in ever, first of all. But it's, like, really not true now, you know what I mean? Because I have evidence, like, consistent evidence that when I speak my truth around people, their lives, like, their perspective on life changes. And for a while, I was like, I'm not gonna, like, give myself, I'm like, I don't know. But now it's like, it's so obvious that it's like, okay, I have a moral obligation to let people hear what I have to say instead of like playing introvert all the time. I mean, I am an introvert, but am I afraid? Am I afraid of something? I don't know. I just don't think I don't know. Like everything in its right place, everything at the right time. Everything in its right place, everything at the right time. I don't like to control or force things. When I feel around me, like the energy, like I know where I am. you know? Like, I know where I am as far as the path. And I'm just trying to, like, enjoy this time while it exists, while things are, like, somewhat slow, and I'm, like, reflecting. I have a lot to reflect on. I love having things to reflect on. I love just, like, giving myself the excuse of, like, chilling at home for 2 weeks straight, smoking weed, doing art, and, like, reflecting on, like, childhood wounds and shit, and just not giving any thought to, you know, how am I gonna make money? How am I gonna do this? You know, what plans do I need to be putting into place? Sometimes it's okay to put all of that just completely aside, on the wayside, and just be like, well, what do I feel is important right now? And if, when I'm to ask myself that question, the answer is, you know, reflecting. I feel called to reflect, bitch. The fucking energy is calling me to reflect. And I have things are coming up, and, you know, I'm just not gonna, like, call me what you, I don't know. I feel like I have, like, I don't know whose voice it is. I'm not gonna place blame. But there's a voice in my head that sounds a lot like an inner critic, and it's rushing me. It's trying to rush me. It's trying to convince me that something I'm doing is wrong. But I don't believe that's true, so it's like I'm fighting this inner critic that really wants power, that really wants control. Like, whatever this voice is in my head, it really wants to have control over me. And what it doesn't know about me, or what I'm sure it knows, what I'm sure it fucking knows by now, is that I don't care how many times I fall down, I'm going to contradict whatever that voice has to say, and then acknowledge a higher perspective. I'm going to do that every single fucking time that this inner critic tricks me into thinking that it's my voice, and I end up listening to it, and because I end up listening to it, I fall into a hole of anxiety and fear. And instead, I'm gonna keep getting back up. I'm gonna keep getting back up, because that's not who I am. I'm not a person who listens to a judgmental voice and listens to it. I'm the person who knows my highest self. I know my highest self. I know what she has to say. I know my true self. I know what she has to say. And that's the shit that's gonna shine through for the rest of my life, no matter what I have to move through, no matter what darkness I have to face, you know. And I've learned a lot of detachment in that process and in that journey of, like, falling down and getting back up over and over again. And, you know, everybody says that it's cliche, but from my personal experience, you know, the most cliche sayings have, you know, it's like they've got truth to them. They've got truth to them. So that's my little rant, and I'll probably continue, but I'm just gonna fucking chill. I'm just gonna chill and see what comes up. And hopefully I don't feel watched. But I might feel watched. Alright, I'm ending it.